What is going on, everyone? Welcome back on Block Gems. Today I want to talk about NFT, and specifically I want to discuss the topic of lending and renting NFTs. But before we jump into the content, guys, please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and please turn the notification bell on, because Block Gems is the channel that you want to be subscribed to if you like to make money with NFTs. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Before literally today, so up until yesterday, there was no solution available on the market for you to lend and rent NFTs, or at least not to my knowledge, in the space, in the NFT space. And the only chance that you had renting something from an owner of an NFT was to have a very good relationship with that person and saying, okay, I want to rent this from you. I will return it, for instance, at the end of the month. Tell me how much the fee is going to be. And then the lender had to trust you with on that agreement, basically, because there was no devoted application, no devoted system that was specifically designed to cater to this need, or at least there was not one that was specifically designed for NFTs in a decentralized way, and that would create a marketplace, an active marketplace for this kind of need. So one of the things, probably the main thing that NFT developed is specifically this market, this DApp that is able to cater to this need. And they started developing this at the end of March this year, and the application, the functional application that allows me, for instance, to lend the NFTs that I own, or to rent NFTs that somebody else owns and that I want to take for rent. This application literally launched a few hours ago. And so I'm here to review it for you, to tell you how it works, the kind of utility that you can take out of it, and also to discuss some of the optionality that could be in this space thanks to the launch of this application, and also about investment opportunities, or how you could use this as an investment opportunity or a speculation opportunity. So let's discuss the specifics of this application. So if we go in the on the DApp actually, and you connect your wallet to you access this application with your MetaMask or what you have, and there are mainly two panels that you are interested in. One is the renting part and one is the lending part. So of course, in the renting part, you see what is available for rent that you could rent out, and the lending part, you see what you could lend to other users. So if we look at what is available here, we find many different items. Of course, this application is very new, so probably soon we will see more variety of things and all sorts of items. And for instance, if we take this item here, this is a parcel of land on the Centraland that is available for rent right now. So if I wanted to take this one for rent, I could. And what are the conditions? So the daily price is 0.03 wrapped Ethereum. So this is what I would have to pay every day for the max duration of 7 days. So this is how long I can have it for rent. It's the duration period that the lender has decided for this specific item, which means that at the end of 7 days I have to return it. And the collateral that this lender is asking is 7 wrapped Ethereums. What does this mean? Basically, it means that if I wanted to rent this out, if I want to take this for rent, I will have to put in an escrow 7 wrapped Ethereums of collateral, so that in case at the end of the 7 days I do not return it, this collateral will be available for the lender of this item. Now, this is super important because what I basically said before, that I have to return it after 7 days, it is not entirely true. Because this is the purpose of the collateral. The collateral is there for you to say, okay, if I want to return it at the end of the renting period, at the end of this duration here, then I will receive the collateral back. But if I don't return it, then what happens is that I keep the item and the lender keeps the collateral. And this is super important to stress on, because effectively this is a completely different contract from the type of renter-lender relationship that you would have in the traditional market in the physical world. If I go out and rent a car, I do not have to deposit a gigantic amount of collateral at the beginning in order to rent that car, because the return of that car can be enforced by a public authority. But in the crypto land, in the blockchain world, we don't have a centralized authority that can enforce contracts. We need to use economic incentives. And so the economic incentive here is to say, I don't want to lose my collateral, so I better return the item that I just rented. And this segues into the second point that I wanted to make, that is also very important to understand the dynamics that might take place. That typically you would want to set a collateral that is higher in value than the market value of that item. Let me clarify this further. For instance, this item here is for sale on the central end. It's the same item, and the amount that the owner requests is 7,000 mana. Now, how much is 7,000 mana in old money? In old money is 2.4, so to speak, 2.4 Ethereum. So the value of the market value, and actually this is the ask value, so it's also important to state that, but the market value of this item, this particular token, is very much lower than the collateral that is requested. And this is a way basically that the lender has to protect himself from renters that might not return the item. However, this means also that effectively renting out something means to sell a call option, and renting something means buying a call option. Why? I know that this might sound complicated, but it's actually very simple. If I know, or if I think that within 7 days of time, this specific item might be worth more than 7 Ethereums, I might as well rent it, wait for a few days, and if at day 6, for instance, the value of this token is above 7 Ethereum, say it's at 8 Ethereum, I might say, I prefer to keep the token and lose the collateral because the token is worth more. So this could be used as a speculative instrument, as a matter of fact. And of course, this assumes that the markets are perfectly liquid, meaning that you need to know that you can capture that 8 Ethereum of value in the decentralized market if you were to sell it. Okay, that is not just an ask, and that you are able to materialize that sale. So this is just to give you an idea of how also this tool could be used as a speculative tool for you to buy a call option if you on an NFT if you think that that NFT is going to go up in value. In addition to that, this is also a super important point. I believe that the more items will appear on this platform, the more downward pressure there will be on the amount of collateral that will be requested for given categories of NFTs. Why? Because, for instance, if I see that there are hundreds of land available and some are asking 3.5, but some others are asking for 3, ceteris paribus, meaning if I'm indifferent to the kind of land that I want to rent, I might just go and use those that require me less collateral. So it's not just a matter of price of the rent, but also a matter of collateral that they will ask me. So probably going further in the future, the amount of collateral requested will be closer and closer to the market value of the item. And when you are renting something, so when you are accepting this contract of rent and you're clicking rent now, you're taking a call option on something that is out of the money. Most likely it's going to be always out of the money, but not so deep out of the money for those that are more technical in this space. Another super important aspect of this project is that they have minted an NFT back at the end of March. They were all redeemed in April, if I'm not mistaken, and this is the token that represents this NFT. And there are only 1,111 of this token, and the purpose of this token is multifold. Let me just refresh here. There you go. Two out of three types of utilities are disclosed. And let's see. Whoop. Okay, thank you guys for waiting. So, 2 out of the 3 utility drivers, utility primitives that are available are discounted fees on NFT rentals and yield boost in liquidity mining. I want to spend a couple of words on this one. I think that this could be particularly interesting. We all know what happened when the Binance token started to be used, even back in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, as a tool, as a currency for Binance fees on the Binance exchange. So when you could use this token to pay for the fees, and you would have a discount if you were using that token. So if you were holding the token in your wallet at the same time of exchanging on Binance, by default, Binance would say, okay, I will let you pay with the BNB token because you would save on fees compared than if you were using another token. And these gave more utility, hence more value to that specific token. And so I think that if the platform of an NFT is going to go big, then also the value of this token associated with it, this NFT associated with it, is going to go up in value a lot, especially if you need to rely on the rental of NFTs a lot for the things that you want to do. So guys, I hope I have informed you sufficiently. Before you go, I also want to tell you that there is in the works a token that is not a non-fungible token, but it's probably going to be an ERC20 token by NFT, and we will also discuss that one as soon as the tokenomics are released in detail and are available for us to comment on. So we will revisit this project probably often in the future. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope that this video helped you in doing your own research. If yes, remember to subscribe and click the like button. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.